Rico, little Manchester City into another FA Cup final. 3 FA Cup finals in a row. Look, we were hanging on a bit at the end there, but I will not complain ever. 7 consecutive FA Cup finals, semi-finals, the third FA Cup final in a row. In the season that we're having right now, oh, come on, man. We are so blessed. We really are. And I've got to the point now where if I moan about things, I think I'm just being sort of greedy. But we might finish this season with an FA Cup win. Community Shield against United, don't forget. Champions League football, and who knows what we'll do in the Club World Cup. I will absolutely take that. It did get a little bit messy towards the end. I'm not going to tell you that it was glorious. Forest did rally. They did have chances. We need to sign up that post, by the way. Get that post to the Etihad. Sign it up, splash the cash. Absolute man of the match performance from that post at Wembley today. Morgan Gibbs White, mate, what were you doing? But I will take it. I'm also absolutely buzzing and delighted to say that I'm currently working with the wonderful people over at OneFootball. It's a fantastic app. I've got all the stats here right now. If you haven't downloaded OneFootball yet, please do Stephen a massive favour. There's a link in the description. There's currently a link in the pinned comment as well on the live video. Please click it and download it. It's a fantastic app. It does also help support my channel, but more than that, there's going to be so much transfer news over the next few months, and if you want it sent straight to your phone immediately, you've got to click it right now and get it. There's also my own website's articles on there, esteemedkompany.com, so you get that as well via OneFootball. It's a great aggregator of all the news while also having great analysis. And I'm looking at all the stats right now from Manchester City's game today, and I'm seeing, that City had 67% possession. We were largely much more in control, but they did start to come into the game, Forest, and we were maybe a little bit lucky. But I'm looking at, I can see the total shots, who had the most shots, who had the most chances created. It's a genuinely great app, and I implore you guys to download it. The most touches today, Ruben Diaz. Touches opponent's box, Marmoush by some way as well. Successful dribbles, Kovacic, with 5 successful dribbles in an FA Cup semi-final. But yeah, go download OneFootball for all your Manchester City news over there. You can scroll through all the articles you need to know from City Extra, myself as well, of course 90 minutes, all the big news sources, of course great content as well. Help support the channel a little bit. Download OneFootball, do me a massive favour, celebrate the FA Cup final with a download. It'd be massively appreciated. Yeah, very exciting stuff. Look, we're into the final. It was not pretty. It wasn't pretty at times in the second half. Forest started to find themselves, but I don't care, man. All I wanted was for you to get there and be the team that got through to the final, because that is genuinely the only thing that really matters. I could go over here to the stats from the game today, as you can see there. 67% possession. We did have slightly more chances than them in the end, big chances. They had 3. I know they hit the post a couple of times. Gibbs White's volley was an absurd chance. Which didn't really feel like a proper chance, but it's a great strike. We got lucky there. They probably should have scored when Morgan Gibbs White rounded the keeper. They also hit the post from another effort as well. They should have had a couple of goals. They probably could have levelled it in the end. But I do think City were just about the better side overall on the balance of 90 minutes. And I think the possession and all that kind of stuff sort of proves that, I would argue. People questioned the team at the start. I think I did internally as well. I decided before the game not to actually go and question the performance, because I was like, question the lineup before I saw the performance, because I've been doing that for months now, and at this point, I just don't see the value in it, because Guardiola's been getting it right. We've won 7 out of our last 8 games. We're probably the most informed team in the country right now. Even if the football isn't glorious, we are getting it right, and Guardiola's getting his changes right and seeing City through. And the tactical tweaks have been bang on. So even though I was questioning Rico Lewis and Grealish and Savina coming back into the side, I can't deny in the first half the control was really good. It was a masterclass of a first half control performance. And these were your first half stats here. I'll show you right now on screen. 75% possession. We had 6 shots, only no big chances, but 6 shots to their 0. We were controlled. We kept the ball nicely. Rico scored a beautiful goal, and he was in the position that I wanted it to be. When I saw the lineup, I actually tweeted before he scored very early on. I said I don't mind Rico in playing midfield if he's ahead of the 2 midfielders. Sort of hustle and bustle approach, moving around and all that kind of stuff. And that's what we saw. And of course, it was a beautiful Beautiful finish as well from Rico, and he deserves it, man. Rico's a really talented footballer that got a lot of criticism because maybe he can't defend, at the highest level in a team that's not the best. But he's so smart. He costs absolutely nothing. He cares about this team, and yeah, I'm happy for him. Delighted for him. Really buzzing. Kovacic was absolutely excellent, of course, as well. Man of the match today, Kovacic. He's in a fine reign of form right now. Absolutely composed, playing as a leader as well, which I like about it. He's got rid of the mistakes out of his game. He's driving forward really well, creating chances. Got a great assist for Rico Lewis, of course, as well. Scored some goals recently. Yeah, he's been absolutely great. I'm more than happy with his performances. Second goal, of course. Should have had a penalty before that, maybe, but it didn't matter because Josko Gvardiol rose like a salmon to fire a header into the top corner from one who's just cross. And we probably deserved it at that point, 2-0. Until, of course, we started to hang on in the end. And Forest, in the second half, were probably just about the better side. But we had some big chances as well in that second half. So, we can talk about, them missing chances. But we had our own too. Nico O'Reilly, at one point, drifting through the defence, not shooting. What was he doing? So as much as he felt like they should have had a chance or two, we probably should have scored 2 in that second half. We forget that when we talk about how it felt to defend, but we should have scored as well in that second half. So I don't feel like, maybe it should have ended up being 3-2. Or something like that. But I still feel like we probably should have won. Thanks for the super chat, Brooks. My man, he said, for all the non-believers this season, not over, but we are still mighty MCFC. Up the fucking Blues. Absolutely, my friend. Look, I've gone on record as saying, and I've said it online, and I'll say it again, I think City walk the league next season. I really, truly believe we'll be back with a vengeance. I think the pride's coming back into the team. I think the new signings will help. And I really believe it. I think we'll be back next year, and I think we'll be back aggressively. And once again, we've got to talk about perspective, Everyone goes on as if this City side has been shambolic, as if we're Man United, as if we're down, like 15th or Spurs or whatever. We've not been that bad. I mean, I've seen Chelsea win the league and be 12th, 13th when Mourinho got sacked. This is not Manchester City. This is not that bad, we don't do that. At times it was really poor, yes, but our season still is we could finish as high as third, maybe even second with a little bit of luck. We'll probably get Champions League football, and we'll certainly get Champions League football. We might win the FA Cup. And in a season where after you've won 4 leagues in a row, following a treble as well, look, come on, man. We beat United as well, the Community Shield. It's just the Community Shield, but it was still United at Wembley. And we might win the FA Cup. And we got to play in the first ever Club World Cup by seeing new players like Nico O'Reilly break through, Omar Marmoush, Kusanov, and so on. Look, I can't complain, man. I truly can't complain. It feels greedy after everything we've been through to complain. It does. It's not been a good season. It hasn't been a good season. But it's still with his merits. It's still with his excitement. It's still with his lessons learned. We're so lucky that we can have a season like this. And the standards are that high that we still win trophies. We've already won a trophy this season. We might win multiple. Like, come on, man. And it's very obvious as well that Guardiola's fixed the pride in the side. The resilience is back. We are, working our way through a bad spell and a next generation of players, but it's working and we're getting the job done. Guys, please give the video a like. By the way, 200 people watching, 43 likes. We're in an FA Cup final. It's got to be worth it, Blues. It's got to be worth it. And I also want to say as well, a little bit of solidarity as well to the fans today that didn't turn up. I'm absolutely 1 billion% behind them. We've been to Wembley about 30 times in the past 15 years. That's about 1 million tickets sold. That's not even exaggeration. Look, if you go to Wembley now as an individual, you're looking at 150, 200 pounds spent. For a family, you're looking at 500, 600 pounds. It's absolutely absurd. The cost of living these days, you can't even go to Aldi and not spend about 30 quid on a few items these days. It's ridiculous. Everything's so expensive everywhere. Energy, the cost of living, blah blah, this and that. So I don't blame it if City fans have turned their nose up after they've already been to Wembley this season and probably going to go again before they bought tickets in a month. The FA Cup final, that's happening now. So I get it, and I absolutely want to say good on him for not turning up, actually, because the loyalty of fans has been taken for granted for so long by English football, and it's ridiculous. So good on them as well. That's what I want to say. Yeah, exactly. We're getting criticised for not having enough London-based fans. Ultimately, everyone goes, Leeds would sell it out. I'm sure you would, mate. Guess what? We did for 29 times out of 30. But I guarantee we've been 30 times, Leeds fans. You wouldn't sell it out every single time because that's not how it works. Eventually, when you've got all this, come on, man. It's so much money. It's so much money. And you can only do it so many times. Look, if you went to every game and you paid for individually every game, you're looking at and the travel and all that kind of stuff, you can spend £1,000 a month to follow City around. Who can afford that these days? Rich people, but I can't afford that. I get it. So bang on. I just wanted to say that. I really want to say it. So yeah. Guardiola's quotes. I'm going to go to Guardiola's quotes. I'm sure they'll be good. Kovacic and Rico as well. Look, Kovacic today, 1 assist, 109 touches, 88 accurate passes, 94% accuracy, 10 recoveries. Yeah, look at that. Absolutely brilliant from Kovacic today. Brilliant stuff from the Croatian warrior. Rico said, I'm over the moon with a goal. It's a position that I like to play. It's different to playing as full-back and then coming inside. You're always inside. Today was a tough game, but we kind of showed a different side to our game where we can survive and get through it at the end. We found ourselves, this is what Kovacic said, we found ourselves again. The team is getting stronger. Everybody's focused. A lot of players come back very strong, so that's important. When we're all back, I think we're a strong side. Fortunately, this season's not been how we wanted, but we're still in another cup final. We're in top 4, so it's good that we want to finish in a strong way. Absolutely. Pep said 7 semi-finals, 3 FA finals in a row. It's not bad. He said as well a few months ago, the shots against the post go inside, that's for sure. This is true, man. Sometimes football just give you those moments of luck. It absolutely does. I don't know why it does, but it does. And I'm not going to complain because today it's on our favour. Another day it might not be. Yeah, that's just life. Pep said Kovacic has been extraordinary for the last few games. He absolutely has. Things looking good right now. Look, we're getting better. Pep has fixed it with the system, and I'm very, very happy. Once again, please download OneFootball. Links in the description and the pinned comment. Do me a favour. Click it. If you've downloaded it, by the way, please put your thumbs up in the comments or say you've downloaded it and I'll give you a shout out. It'd be massively appreciated. I've not worked with OneFootball for a long time, so helping support the channel by downloading it would be massively, massively appreciated. If you've already downloaded it, download it again. You know what I mean? That'll be massively appreciated. But yeah, we've already scammed the trophy, mate, Juju. We've already got it, pal. We've already got the Community Shield, so this would be a second. And I count Community Shield when I need to. Still a trophy. Still beat United at Wembley. I will absolutely take it. Look, I'm not going to say what Guy said out loud, but it's not the worst idea in the chat there. Yeah, I couldn't say that for obvious reasons. But yeah, it's good. And it's good. What I like about it as well is that I'll go through all the players actually. Oh yeah, by the way, I did actually stream for an hour this morning with nothing on. So I didn't turn this computer off. And I made the stream on my laptop, and it was already streaming in OBS. And when it went live automatically, I was out doing my shopping, so I didn't see it. So I had no idea I was live for an hour for no reason. Sorry about that. But what I like about this FA Cup final is that it's an FA Cup final for the new guys. When you go through that lineup today, look, I'll show you over here who we've got. Look, I know they didn't play particularly well today, but Savino's in the FA Cup final. It's his first season. Nunes is his FA Cup final as a starter. Currently is a starter. Nico Riley's is his FA Cup final as a starter. Marmouche as well. Rico got through to the final. Look, the new guys are here right now in terms of there's a lot of changes. And Nico Riley got through to the FA Cup final with, by the way, a brilliant performance at left back. Nico was fantastic again. I don't know what he was doing at times in the area with trying to pass it like David Silva, but Nico Riley, he's there on merit. A wonderful player. Once again, such technically excellent with such a aggressive physical prowess. So impressive, man. Like the way he matched Elanga stride for stride was just immense. What an athlete. And his footwork, his technicality, just so good. I thought Bernardo Silva, by the way, until the second half where he dipped a little bit, was really good. Composed, keeping the tempo, aggressive. He definitely tired a little bit in the second half, and I felt the substitution for Grealish for Gundogan was bang on. Gundogan helped us a little bit. But yeah, Gundo looked sharp when he came on. He really did. But that's the brain, isn't it? It works quicker than the legs sometimes. Jack's gone, by the way. I think Jack did fine today, but he's not going to make. He's not making next season unless something happens and someone no one buys him. But he's definitely gone. I thought Nunes was fine defensively again. I thought he's doing well at the moment. Gvardiol had a mistake, but. You know, he also scored his goal, so a little bit of an antidote for him there as well. Diaz, fine today as well. Kovacic, really good. Marmouche was weird, actually. He got his assist. There's moments where Marmouche looked brilliant on the counter, but also then when he got there, his decision-making wasn't great. So he really had a bit of a stinker today, but he's only young. I'm not worried about it. He's not played much recently. But overall, I'm happy about it, man. I'm absolutely happy about it. I can't complain. We are in the final. I know we're not perfect this season, but we are finding a way to win. The resilience and the self-pride is back. Some of these players are forging a name for themselves. Nunes is right now. O'Reilly, Marmouche, people like that. And we did it all without De Bruyne. All without, Phil Foden as well. Doku came on, was really good. Yet again, another cameo. Doku's decision making is getting so much better, man. He just doesn't lose the ball. He really doesn't. And I like it. I'm buzzing, guys. I'm genuinely buzzing. We're finishing really strongly right now, and we're into another FA Cup final. I would like to say, yet again, please do me a massive favour. Please consider downloading OneFootball, all your Manchester City news, your stats, and all that kind of stuff, all the latest articles. It's about to be an insanely busy summer of transfer rumours. So get it on your phone right now. Do me a massive favour. Guys, thanks for watching. Give the video a like. City are in another FA Cup final. Up the Blues. We're off to Wembley again. Bye-bye.